Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And today, what I have for everyone is just a real quick channel update video. And then I have a few things that I want to talk about with you guys. So we're going to try to do this as quick as possible. Then I might leave a question at the end of the video. Alright, let's jump in. So let's talk about channel updates. So, I've said this before in other update videos that I'm looking at picking up some flagships so I could find you guys the absolute best performing budget devices that could beat out some of these flagships in certain areas. Now, I have been doing a ton of research and I've actually narrowed down the flagships and the prices that I want to do for you guys. So, number one, the LG G6. Right now, this guy is available brand new for $500. Used, it's available from anywhere from about $280 to about all the way up to like $600. But you can pick it up right now from carriers like T-Mobile for $500. Or you can do an equipment installment plan, and I think it's like what, $20 a month or $30 a month, depending on where you go. So this is definitely one. Now, I know that I said in my previous videos that I may be selling this, but I decided to hang on to it because I really want to compare it to the other flagships that I'm going to name during this video. Up next, before I name the other flagships, I just want to put out the flagship pricing. Now, on my channel, when it comes to devices, I try not to exceed $280 unless it's something that's that I feel is really special. Then I'm go ahead, I might bite the bullet and have it exceed that price. So yeah, in terms of devices in general, I try not to exceed $280. I might push it to $300, a little bit over that, unless it's something special like the G6 here, because this guy is phenomenal. That's why I went ahead and did the equipment installment plan. It was basically $500. Alright, so in terms of the flagship devices, I will not exceed the $500 price range. So, that also being said, I've narrowed it down to, I think I gotta put some more lotion on, skin just suck it up. I've narrowed it down to 4 flagship companies. Number one, as I've already said, LG with the LG G6. This is a phenomenal, inexpensive flagship device. And notice I said flagship because it's at a flagship price. $500 and up is what I would consider a flagship price. Next, the Samsung Galaxy S8. This guy is extremely expensive, but you can find it on sale right now today for as low as about $300, depending on used. And also, you can find it hovering around the $500 mark. So if you're looking in the right area, like Swappa, eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, Mercari, that's a new one. I just started checking that one out. Seems pretty solid. If you're looking in those areas, you should be able to find it for right about, used like new, for right about $500, a little bit over $500. So that's another one. Then up next, you should have known this one was going to be on my list of flagships. Motorola and their Moto Z2. Alright? Now, Motorola has been one of my top performers throughout the years. I pretty much reviewed a ton of Motorola devices, and they work with few to no issues. I'm recording this video right now on the Moto X Pure Edition with the front-facing 5-megapixel camera at 1080p. And I've been using this guy for almost 2 years with no issues, aside from the Bluetooth issue that I ran into and the occasional app slowdown when I'm using this guy with a bunch of apps open. Those are 2 issues, but those are doable issues. And again, I reviewed a bunch of Motorola devices, Moto E2, Moto E4, Moto E4 Plus, so on and so forth. Motorola, in my opinion, is a phenomenal company. And they have that Z2 right now available for as low as $500 in certain areas. Again, if you check out the places that I mentioned, Swappa, Amazon, eBay, Mercari, so on and so forth, Craigslist, you should be able to find it for about between about $280 and $500. Or if you want to walk into the carrier, in particular, as you guys know, my carrier is T-Mobile, and they do have it on sale right now for $500 or EIP. So why not? I definitely might have to pick that up. So Samsung, LG, Motorola, and last, well, not least, we got another one, Apple. I will be looking at picking up another Apple device. Now, I was really interested in the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10. Sadly, the iPhone 10, as of right now, is way outside of my doable price range. The iPhone 8 is, I can make it work, but it's going to take a lot of saving. It's going to take a lot of finagling to get there. But I do want to pick up the iPhone 8 or the iPhone 10. Most likely it's going to be the iPhone 8 because ain't nobody got those iPhone 10 prices like that. And to be on that EIP, your boy going to be stuck for quite a while on that. So now I just want to talk about why I picked these devices. The reason why I picked these devices, wait. First, let me throw out that last one. The last one, because there's got to be 5, because that last one always goes to that budget flagship spot. But this one's kind of up in the air. For those of you who don't know, there are 2 flagship budget Android companies or smartphone companies. One is OnePlus. They've been around for roughly, I want to say almost 3 years. I'm not entirely sure. And then you have the other, which is the Essential, or with their Essential PH1. Right now, those 2 devices, the OnePlus with the OnePlus 5, is available for $480 for the 6 gig model and $540 for the 8 gig model. And then you have the Essential phone, which just took a nice price cut from $700 down to $500 for their Essential phone PH1. So now, those are the phones that I'm looking at picking up in terms of the flagship range. Now, I'm tossed up between the Essential phone and the OnePlus 5 because those guys are hovering so close in that $500 price point, and they both got different design philosophies. Now, before we move on, messing up all over the place. Now I just want to talk about, in my opinion, what makes a flagship device. Flagship devices have to have a few standout features. Feature number 1, they have to offer top flight security features like a fingerprint scanner. So there you go, fingerprint scanner. They have to have top of the line cameras, in particular with the LG G6. You have 2 13-megapixel cameras, both of which that can shoot in 4K resolution at 30 frames a second and do slow motion. And one of those cameras is a wide-angle camera, so you can get nice wide-angle photos and videos. Okay? Other things, internally, they don't have to be running the latest and greatest processors, but as long as their processors are tried and true and they have the RAM and storage capacities to back it up, then that's a flagship. In particular, when we talk about flagship devices, gotta be at least running 4 gigs of RAM, like the LG G6 here. And this model here has 32 gigs of onboard storage. Let me turn the screen off because it's kind of getting annoying. It's kind of bright. 32 gigs of onboard storage with micro SD card expansion. Alright? So, fingerprint scanner also has facial recognition on the front. It's not the best, but it's there. And that pretty much outlines, in my opinion, what the core essentials for a flagship are. Next, I would have thrown in software, but each of these manufacturers have their own unique spins on software, minus the Essential phone and minus Motorola, because they just leave Android exactly how it is out of the box. And the only thing that they may tweak is Motorola throws in your custom gestures. So you got your chop to launch the flashlight. You got your twist to open the camera. You can use your fingerprint sensor as a navigation button to navigate the device. So on and so forth. And they might have a custom camera interface, which gives you the ability to use Pro Mode on the front and the rear facing cameras. Things like that. This is why I say the software is tossed up, because LG does the same thing. So they have a customized camera interface which lets you take advantage of Pro Mode on the rear but not on the front. And you can take advantage of certain software tricks with the rear firing 13 megapixel cameras. Same with the Essential phone. Same with the S8. Same with Motorola, as I said, and you do have some features on the iPhones as well. But in my opinion, the software is a toss-up because everybody does things differently. iPhone has their iOS, Motorola has the stock Google experience, Essential phone has the stock Android experience with absolutely no bloat. Samsung has their TouchWiz experience, or Grace UI experience, whatever they call it, it's still TouchWiz. And yeah, so software is a toss-up. But the core essentials for the flagship, again, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs, or at minimum 32 gigs, micro SD card expansion. Now, some of these flagships, aka the OnePlus 5 and the Essential phone, don't have micro SD card expansion, but they do have a ton of storage, so that kind of makes up for it. But core essentials for a flagship, in my opinion: 4 gigs of RAM, at least 32 gigs of onboard storage, micro SD card expansion. Now, this next one is a toss-up. You need to have at least fast charging. Fast wireless charging would be a plus. Wireless charging would be a plus, but it's not entirely necessary. You need to have really good cameras, because at least for my devices, a lot of the footage, photos, and videos that you see on my channel, Google Plus page, Instagram, what have you, wherever you follow me, those were taken or recorded using my smartphone cameras. So I got the G6, I got the Moto Xperia Edition recording this video. Behind me, I have a Galaxy S5, I have a Note 3, I had a Moto E4 Plus and a Moto E4. So pretty much the crux of everything that I do with my channel is done using smartphone cameras. So at least for me, a flagship has to have really good cameras. Like I said, the software is up in the air. But that for me outlines what a flagship must have. And again, they can't go over that $500 price point. Keep in mind, this whole video is in my opinion. So that pretty much does it. That pretty much goes over what I'm going to be, the devices that I'm going to be covering on the channel. I just wanted to make that quick video there. After I've covered these devices, I'm going to go ahead and see if I have some of these flagships in certain areas. Alright, so now next. Now I just wanted to ask you guys, in your opinion, what do you think a flagship device should have? You know, how many gigs of RAM do you think it should have? How much storage? Should it have micro SD card expansion? Should it have wireless charging? Should it have fast wireless charging? Do you need good cameras? Are cameras not important to you? You know, what type of software experience do you like? Are you a stock Android fan like myself? Do you enjoy TouchWiz or Grace UI? Do you like LG's experience? What type of things go into what you would consider a flagship device? And again, how much would you think is the most that you would pay for your flagship device? Now, before I wrap this up, I also want to say I'm doing this because a flagship device is not expensive. And an average consumer, if they do it at all, they're going to save up their money and they're going to pick one device that's going to last them for at least the next year to 2 years. Prime example, when I'm not reviewing anything or reviewing a phone or what have you, my primary device is the Moto X Pure Edition. Come February of next year, the Moto X Pure Edition will be 2 years old. So, and I'm not gonna lie, it is showing its age in certain areas, but it's still performing extremely well. But I only bring it up because that is what I feel consumers do, in my opinion. I've had this device for almost 2 years. Now, if I wasn't a tech reviewer, this would be my only device. So this would be what I use on a day-to-day basis, and it wouldn't switch out. And I had to say, it's doing a really good job, and I have all of the features that I like. I have a really good camera, I have really good speakers, I got fast wireless charging, I got a really big display, you know, everything. Everything that I would consider important in a flagship is there. Granted, the downside, it does not have a fingerprint sensor. So, I just wanted to make this real quick update video, and I just wanted to ask you guys that question. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And oh, another thing, the mic or the audio is coming from the JBL E45BT headphones. I think it's right over here on the headphones. So please let me know how the audio quality sounds. I have it synced up over Bluetooth, and you know, everything's running. I've been making phone calls with it. So far it's been phenomenal. Has a very comfortable fit on the head. So yeah, please let me know how the audio sounds from the video, because like I said, the audio is coming from the mic on the JBL headphones here. So let me know how it's doing. Anyways, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to comment. If you do enjoy the video, please leave your boy a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. And again, if you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you get notified when I post new videos. Alright. So I will catch you guys in my next video. I am working on another Crazy Deals video that should be out in the next few days. So I will catch you guys and gals in the next one. I hope everyone has a great day, and peace.